What is going on, everybody? DJ Waters 22 here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the new Diablo 2 Resurrected patch notes. So look, I know these notes have been out since 13th of June. It is currently the 17th of June at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now look, I would love to tell you that I was extremely busy. I was saving the world since I'm in the army and I was doing all this, but honestly, I was just being lazy as fuck. But nonetheless, here we are and it's time to get into it. So just a quick disclaimer, I have briefly looked at this on the 13th of June and I noticed one or two things, but other than that, I haven't really looked too deep into it. And if you didn't know, I've been grinding out Grand Theft Auto, and then this came out and I was like, yo, fuck Grand Theft Auto. Diablo 2 Resurrected is next month. Evil has survived. More than 20 years after the release of Diablo 2, fans and new players alike return to the timeless classic in the Diablo 2 Resurrected Technical Alpha, which we did get to play, and I must say it was fantastic. So let's look firstly at the art. I'm not going to dig too much as far as the verbiage here. Blizzard. How does Blizzard look? All right, so this is how it was originally right there. There's the Blizzard. This is when they first showed it to us. Oof, not a fan. And this is how it looks after the feedback. I will say that definitely looks a lot better. I know I'm being picky here. It still doesn't look perfect. I don't think it's that the Blizzard animation looks bad. I feel like it's the direction. Because like if you look at the original Diablo 2, it's coming straight down. Like let's watch right here. I think you see how it was pretty much straight down, a little bit slanted. Much better improvement though on the newer one, and then it's very sideways there, but I don't care. It looks significantly better than it used to. I'm good with this change. Holy freeze. Using this aura, the paladin can constantly slow and freeze enemies in nearby proximity, so that looks really good. I think what people were complaining about were like the turquoise color, so it doesn't really look that much turquoise to me. That looks a lot more blue. I'm good with this. I mean, it's 2021. I think that's something it's going to look like. So that looks a lot better for me, at least. Yeah, I'm good with that color. That's much more blue than turquoise. That turquoise was driving me insane. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comment section below if it drove you crazy. But yeah, I'm good with this blue. That actually looks really well done. So great job to the artist over there. Animation updates. Looking at these potions. This was something I did not like originally. So I'm glad for this change. Diablo 2, the original. There you go. That looks fantastic. This is how they made them look. I didn't hate it. Like, it still looks like a potion, but yeah, this bottom row here, I think that's much improved, especially this one. I'm happy with that. Not that I was like too big on the potions being terrible or anything, but yeah. So let's look at these gems. You got our rubies right here, original. Then we got our flawed, a regular, flawless, and then a perfect. Blown up, this actually doesn't look too bad on the chipped here for how they gave it to us originally. I just feel like it didn't look perfectly like the original. Here's a chipped. That looks much more like the original, absolutely. And again, it's not that the old or the first art that they gave us was bad. It was just wasn't very true to the original. So yeah, I like the flawed here. The regular ruby is great. The flawless looks good. To be honest, I kind of like this flawless a little more. Unpopular opinion. This ruby looks really nice too. Both of these look good to me, so I'm happy with that. Let's look at the skulls real quick. This is the original row again. The D2R original that they gave us. That perfect. I think it's the shape. It was just too perfect, I guess, because you could see there was like a chip here on the original. And then now, how's it look? That looks really nice, actually. I like this skeleton. See the flawed. No, that looks good. That looks good. I mean, you could imagine what the teeth would be like there. Yeah, the regular is good. I mean, I'm good with this. This is good. The eyes. I mean, if you really wanted to complain, you could say like the shape is slightly different, but like I feel like at that point you're just complaining. I'm good with it. I think that's a really nice improvement. Charms was something I did not like at all in my inventory. And let's see how that looks now. Original. You know what? It looks a lot better when you see it here. When I saw it when I was actually playing the alpha, I felt like it was worse, but when they put it on this picture, it doesn't look that bad. But inside the game, it was worse. That looks spot on. I'm really liking this. I'm missing the blue, but whatever. I mean, again, it's just a complaint. This shield, the graphic is good. I don't know. It's the shape, right? I feel like the shape's a little off. I'm just being picky, okay? I'm just being picky here. I don't know. You could just tell that like, it was more curved here, and it's not. Look, we're just complaining, but either way, I'm good with it. Now let's get into some of the things that actually matter. Quality of life. This is something that I briefly looked at. Quality of life elements reflect a broad range of features designed to make games easier to play without impacting the core gameplay. If appropriately implemented, quality. Okay, we got that. User interface changes. I think someone mentioned this. I don't remember who though. Auto gold pickup. Yeah, I like this. I think we already knew about that a little bit. So you could, take things off if you don't like the new changes. The shared stash, this one is huge. I'm very, very pleased with this. Extra shared, look at this. 1 personal for your guy and 3 shared stash. That's 4 stashes total. And man, you know, this helmet, I can't remember the name. This might just be a regular helmet. Unpopular opinion again, I like the way this looks. A lot of people complained about that helmet. I thought it looked good. After careful deliberation, the shared stash will now have 3 tabs rather than just 1. Many players felt 1 tab wasn't enough. When it comes to a player's personal storage stash, we understand it's serious business. This change will enable players to better organize their loot across their 3 tabs, 100 slots each of storage space, and store many items. Compare tooltip. The compare tooltip that propagated on every item hold button to compare can now be toggled on and off with the user interface setting. I like that. That's cool either way, because again, I'm all about keeping it true to the original. Plus, if you like the new stuff, you can take it off. You can enable, you can disable. I like that a lot. Personally, I'm going to be using that tip. I play a lot of mods. I enjoy mods. So I'm all for like updating the game. But if you like that true original experience, you know, keep it original, the OG, the way you like it. This pretty much is a win for everybody. Auto map improved. The auto map has always enabled players to better navigate the game by providing a faint overlay of their level by clicking the tab key. We've implemented the new assets to improve the readability of the auto map. For example, the faint overlay color has been tweaked so they don't blend too much into the game world that the player's exploring. I like that. You know, I've never been a huge fan of the auto map. Obviously, I always use it, but I always felt like it needed some sort of improvement. Map settings option update. The initial map setting caused some confusion in technical alpha. Now there will be a single map option with 3 settings. Those settings will be left minimap, right minimap, and center. So that's cool, because it used to just be the 2. It's like the really small one like they use in Path of Exile, or I guess Path of Exile stole from Diablo. And then you have the large one as well. Miscellaneous updates, the clock added. That's cool. Like, I feel like a lot of Blizzard games had a clock, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Brood War had a clock back in the day or something. I'm pretty sure it did. So, I mean, I'm good with that. Hell, it's about time. Based on many requests, a clock has been added to Diablo 2. Very cool. Loading screen, character vulnerability, and time. Characters no longer spawn in a hostile place until the game is fully loaded, preventing characters from getting attacked or harmed during a loading screen. Additionally, the overall loads times will be faster. Yeah, that was one thing in the alpha. The load time was really bad. 10 to 20 times longer than you normally would in a game. So I'm guessing because you had to load more up. It could be just because it's alpha. It could be the server. I mean, I'm not really sure. But as far as loading up in a hostile area, I can't really think of when I would spawn in a hostile area, because every time you save and exit, you show up back in town. So maybe someone could clarify that for me. I'm just not really thinking about that. Audio change. Based on community feedback, we've removed extra grunts and yelps that were initially added. I'm not sure which ones they're referring to, because I really enjoyed the audio. I thought the audio was fantastic. I think it was a Yeti, like the big guy in Act 1. And I loved it, man. When he was stomping, like, I really enjoyed a lot of the extra things they added. Maybe there was some excessive grunts that I just didn't really notice, because I only got to play for like 2 or 3 days. But yeah, we'll see on that. Like, I'm good with the sound either way. And more. The improvement detailed above are just some example of the changes we've made to improve Diablo 2 Resurrected based on player feedback following the technical alpha. To all who participated, thank you. The bug reports, constructive criticism. Okay. Now, what is next? This August, players will be able to experience these latest changes firsthand. For a limited time, the gates of hell will reopen, allowing players to pre-order Diablo 2 Resurrected, which I did, to step into Sanctuary in the early access beta. Soon after, all players on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, which I will be playing on PlayStation because I would love to play with my son, and I think he would really enjoy this game, will also have the chance to confront the demons of the burning hells in open beta. Rally your friends together. You'll be able to play between 5 different classes. Let's go! Amazon, Barbarian, Paladin, Sorceress, and Druid, with access to many uniques, and cooperatively form a party with up to 8 players. So who are we missing there? We're missing the Assassin and the Necro, of course. I feel like in Diablo 2, the Necromancer wasn't the most popular player, but he's always been popular. But definitely like Diablo 3, they gave him his own patch, and I feel people feel like the Necro's the most popular character, and that's why maybe they would hold him back. I've always felt like it was the Sorceress by far in Diablo 2, but whatever. When we started working on Diablo 2 Resurrected, we were humbled by such an incredible opportunity to plunge into the past and rebuild our nostalgia. But we also recognize that the original game is a classic for a reason. Absolutely. So we've had to be prudent. And this is very important. I'm so glad Blizzard's doing this. You know, a lot of people say, why don't you just update it? Why don't you just add all the things that they have in PD2, Project Diablo 2? Why don't you add, you know, what's in this mod and that mod? And it's really dangerous to do stuff like that. You know, because you have to make everyone happy, or you try to make as many people as possible happy. But you know, there's more people that don't play than that do play currently, right? And you have to think about that. You know, if you're still playing right now, to be honest, you and I are the minority compared to all the people that will come back, right? And so you need to keep the experience true to how it was. And also, it's just the safe bet, right? Everybody wants the original Diablo 2. That's what we all fell in love with. No one really fell in love with mods, in my opinion, unless, you know, that was more recent. But pretty much what we all fell in love with when we were young was the original. Keeping it true to the original is the safest bet. And at this point, man, I'm going to give Blizzard, and I have been giving Blizzard so many kudos, and I think a lot of other content creators have, and fans as well of the franchise. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. So many people, us included, love this game and want to see it reimagined authentically. We want to do right by this game and its players since our announcement at BlizzCon Online. And boy, was that an awesome thing. I'm not even going to get into that. It's been an incredible journey of development. Our collaboration with the community has given us the confidence and motivation to craft a title worthy of your expectations. As we move forward, we implore you to continue sharing your feedback and accounts of your experience. These learnings will help us mold the Diablo 2 remaster we've dreamed of. We can't wait to share more about this labor of love, so stay dialed in on the Diablo channels for more updates to come on the front, especially as the open beta approaches. And please share your impressions of official Diablo 2 forums. I actually haven't seen those in a really long time because, to be honest, people used to just always complain about how they got banned, or, you know, this bot, or when you get to have Diablo 2 Remaster, or just complain. So yeah, let's look at it now that they've revamped it. I look forward to this. So again, I am fully aware probably most of you have already seen this, but I just wanted to share my experience, even if it's just 100 people that check it out. A lot of people still are asking me to comment on it, and I haven't made a YouTube video in like 3 months, which I really need to. But I can guarantee you, once Diablo 2 Remaster comes out, you're going to see a lot of videos just coming out constantly, some good quality stuff. Next Friday, what day is that? Let me see. Next Friday, I believe that's the 23rd of July. Project Diablo 2 is having a ladder reset. I do plan on playing on hardcore. Now, I'm not going to grind my ass off like I normally would, because the following month we're going to have Diablo 2 Resurrected. But I will definitely be playing, and I look forward to playing it. Again, I'm playing hardcore Project Diablo 2 next Friday, so I hope to see you guys there. You can check me out at twitch.tv/DJWaters22. I'll also put that in the link description below. Please remember to leave a thumbs up on this video, and if you like this video, consider subscribing. I love every single one of you, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace!